Summer I Turned Pretty pool party. This week's vlog. I am so excited for this week because it's going to be a Summer I Turned Pretty summer pool party. I have been wanting to do a Summer I Turned Pretty party for so long because I think the vibes of that show is everything that I feel like anyone would want out of a summer. And now that I moved to the East Coast and specifically live in New England, like where it takes place in the books, I feel like the vibes here are just giving that so much. So I really wanted to just lean into having a Summer I Turned Pretty summer, Belly Conklin summer. We know the vibes. So I'm going to be throwing a little pool party where we can watch the show kind of like at an evening afternoon party so that we can watch the show inside the pool. I've always wanted to do something like that. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be taking you guys along the whole process with me and then of course show you the party at the end. Also for inspo, if you want to have a premiere party for the show, or even the episodes are going to air once a week for like the rest of the summer. So you can have a Summer I Turned Pretty pool party at any point for any episode, or maybe even for the finale, where I cannot wait, okay? I cannot wait. First things first, we are Team Conrad in this house. I just want to run you guys through a little bit of the vibes. And I've been doing a little bit of shopping for like the party decor because I really want the vibes to come across. So I just tried to do this in a way where it's going to give the vibes, but I could also reuse some of the pieces. Let me show you what I have so far. First and foremost, as I mentioned, I want this to be a pool party with the show projected out into the pool. So you obviously need a projector. The party I'm throwing is at Luke's mom's house. So the pool's provided and the projector is provided. So I didn't have to worry about that, but I did have to get this like screen to project onto outside in the pool. I know people just use like white sheets or there's like crazy blow up methods, but I just got this like projector screen situation from Amazon. I'll link everything I can for you guys below. It had really good reviews and we're going to test it today to see how it works. I got some pool floats. I did not know pool floats were so expensive. There were some really cute ones I wanted to get, but I was like, oh my God, that's insane. And again, trying to do this as best of a budget as I could. I got these at Five Below and I think they're really cute and I think they're perfect and they're totally in the vibe and in the theme. They're little seashell tubes and they have that like blue Summer I Turned Pretty vibe to it. So I think these are perfect and they were only $5 each. So I'm excited about that. I also found some glow floating LED cubes for the pool. I think these will be really cute as long as they work out. Pool party kind of at night evening vibe. So I think the like glow lights could bring a really cute vibe. I got a beach ball, of course, because I have to have a beach ball. And then I found this really cute tablecloth. Perfect Summer I Turned Pretty vibes, but also everything I want just to give very like coastal. I got two different options, I think, for tablecloths. So we'll see how that goes. I also don't know how many tables I'm decorating yet. So today we're going to trial some of these things out. I got like a blue tinsely backdrop. I didn't get a banner because every banner I could find on Amazon said the Summer I Turned Married, and that is not the vibe. I couldn't find anything that already came as like the Summer I Turned Pretty. I didn't have enough time to order something custom. We're gonna see how it goes, but I think I can make it cute still. I tried to buy as much as I could from the dollar store, so this was my first stop, and luckily they had the number one thing I wanted, which is like this netting material, because I think this will look super cute on like the tablescape or over the backdrop, and I think will be really cute, and these were only $1.25. Some pretty blue tablecloths. I got a round and like a rectangle, and then some like light blue plates. And sorry, I love decorative straws and these have little umbrellas on them, so I had to get these. Even though they're orange, I still think it'll tie into the vibe. Also, if you look at the books, which I'm also trying to keep in mind, I want to do pomegranate mocktails in the easiest way I can, which I still need pomegranate juice, which I just remembered. But I thought these were perfect and they look as similar as I could find to Belly's little margarita glass. And I think these are really cute and they're also plastic, so I won't feel like crazy about having these out in the pool. Then I found these that were $3.99 for 4, anymore, but my guest list might be growing, so I might keep both because they still have that like margarita shape vibe to them and they're simple. This was like my favorite find because I think this is so cute, and again, it's something that I could reuse. It's this gorgeous like shell iridescent bowl. I'm going to have Sour Patch Kids and Swedish Fish, which I also got, and this is just so pretty. Like the iridescence to this is gorgeous, and I will definitely be reusing this. It's also plastic. Okay, and then I got these really cute decorative napkins. These ones remind me so much, this color palette reminds me so much of the book, and I think it'd just be really cute, kind of break up all the blues. And then honestly, I just found these like little pretzels, and I thought they'd be cute to like put somewhere on something. I don't know. I think for food, I'm just gonna do pizza, keep it easy. I wanna have the pomegranate mocktails and then the candies, and then thinking maybe this and like some popcorn would be fun, and people can make those like popcorn snack bowls, like mix the popcorn with the candies and stuff. So this just as just like an added little treat, and I want to do just like a cute decorative table is really what I'm focusing on. Decorative table, backdrop, pool area be cute is really what I'm trying to focus on. That is, I think, most of what I got. Oh, I've been also collecting little seashells to put onto the table, like with the fishnets under the blue, you know, I think would be really cute. And I also want to do a DIY project available for my party, so that way there's an activity to do while we're waiting for it to kind of darken up. So I want to do little seashell trinket dishes. So that'll be fun, and you need decorative napkins and Mod Podge, I think is all we need, and just like paintbrushes and stuff. So I think I have everything for that. So I think it'll be really fun. I'm trying not to put a lot of pressure on it because I think at the end of the day, I just want it to be a fun, coastal vibey party. So stay tuned for the end result, but I'm going to take you guys along the process with me. Our first step is to trial and error some of these things out. Last two things I forgot to show you guys. This shell iridescent vase, also from Five Below. I'm gonna put little Team Jeremiah, Team Conrad, and like pictures of them like on these little sticks, just like for decor. And then this is like my favorite thing. It is so cute. I really want to get some bright blue hydrangeas to put in here because I think they'll just be so stunned, and I'm obsessed with this. I'm obviously gonna keep it for me after. Oh, and these are also decorative napkins for napkin use, but also for trinket dishes. So, yay! Did a lot of prep today. We did test out the projector. To be honest, it's really not great. However, it's obviously not dark yet. I think it's not even 8 p.m. yet. So like it's hard to test a projector when it's obviously not super dark. Fingers crossed that it works. Also like the Wi-Fi is a little bit spotty out here, and like just like a few technical difficulties going on. Here's where we set up the projector, but we were also thinking of maybe setting it up over here just because it was a little bit darker. But honestly, I just like it over here better. I'm thinking like in terms of an aesthetic shot, like I would want it to like shoot from here where you can see pool and projector. I don't know. But I think we're gonna head home because I have some prep work that I need to do like at home. I wanted to do a few like little DIY things, and I don't know. I might just do that tomorrow. I don't know. I'm getting a little bit stressed because why wouldn't I be stressed? I'm worried about the projector, but we'll see. That's kind of like that's the whole point. So I really want it to work, but yeah, I think we're gonna head home and then we'll come here at some point tomorrow and actually start setting up all the decor and stuff. I didn't want to do any of that today because the weather's weird. Who knows? So yeah, I think we're gonna head home and I'll check back in tomorrow. Okay, you guys, quickest update on Earth because I'm running behind. I'm getting really stressed and overwhelmed, but I'm printing out, or I have printed out some graphics and some pictures. I got everything from Pinterest and I'm printing everything through like Canva and stuff. I also made like a little menu. I think I'm gonna reprint this to be bigger because I think it's just a little bit small, but I don't know yet. And I want to like stick them on like little sticks and put them in like a little shell vase that I got, just to have some actual show decor around the house. But that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna cut and like paste on like papers and I don't know, go from there. Okay, we're leaving the house. I did my makeup. This is how I'm leaving my hair because I know I'm gonna go in the pool, so there's like no point. I did put waterproof mascara on, so we're gonna say a prayer. I have my outfits packed. I brought 2 different outfits because of course I don't know what to wear. I have all the decorations packed. We dropped most of everything off yesterday. I have one more stop to make and then we should be okay. And this is the finished product of my party. This table you're seeing right here is my little DIY table for the shell trinket dishes, and then this is the main table. I kind of just had this corner kind of more aesthetically with the hydrangeas, the Sour Patch Kids. I had those little pretzels out too that I got from Marshall's that I showed earlier in the video. They were actually really good. And then over here we had more of like our snacky area. The pomegranate margarita, we ended up making just a mocktail because Luke and I don't drink, so this was kind of like the best option. Honestly, it was really good. We just did Sprite, pomegranate juice, and I think sparkling water. Luke made the drink, so I don't really know. I'm really happy with the way everything came out because I was starting to stress over it, of course. These little adorable Team Conrad and Team Jeremiah stickers were actually sent over to me by Brittany Page, which I've been following for so long on Instagram, but she saw my party prep TikToks and she sent some over, and I was so happy because I am so obsessed with them and I think they were the perfect touch. And then over here, I am now taking you guys over to the little DIY station. Now, I highly recommend always having some sort of interactive activity to do during any sort of gathering or party. Specifically for me, someone who has like social anxiety a lot of the time, I love having something like an activity that like if people are in the pool, other people can be doing this, or if people feel awkward, if their friends aren't here or anything like that, you have something that you can do and kind of have a job so that you're not feeling awkward or anything. But the shell trinket dishes were super simple and I thought they were super fun, and literally every single person made one, so I felt really happy with that. I made a little instruction guide on the little frame, as you guys kind of saw, and that made it super easy because everyone basically followed that and it seemed pretty straightforward. You just pick your shell, which I had collected ahead of time, paint it white, you pick your napkin, and then you separate the like 2-ply of the napkin and then you print the pattern onto the shell. And then basically you just add the Mod Podge on top once you've added your pattern, and then you outline it with liquid gold, which I think is the most important part. It really adds such a good finishing touch. It makes such such a difference. I feel like that's what really elevates the trinket dish. And this was a super easy project. Again, everyone just followed little instructions. Like I didn't have to be there like guiding everyone. It seemed pretty straightforward. And again, I really just love having an activity. It just makes things so much fun. Honestly, I'm so happy with the way this party came together. I had so much fun planning all of the details, picking everything out, going on the little trips, buying everything, making little videos as I went along. I posted the journey throughout TikTok and it was so much fun interacting with so many new people over our love of this show, even though sometimes a lot of people are just yelling at me for not being Team Jeremiah, but it's always gonna be Team Conrad. Like I rewatched the show and I was like, how can there even be a Team Jeremiah? Like it's always gonna be Team Conrad. But I decided to have some pool time while everyone else was hanging out, and not everyone wanted to be on camera, so that's kind of why you're mostly just seeing me. But this is your sign to throw a summer I turned pretty pool party. I had so much fun, again, along the whole process, but even throwing the party, like I didn't have only die-hard fans at my party. There was people of all ages. It was so much fun. I know my excuse for not wanting to have this party was like, okay, well, all my friends live in California. Like I don't really have friends over here yet. Nobody's gonna come. Nobody watches this show. Like I'm gonna be the only one. But even if all of that was true, it was still so much fun to like put together and have a little themed party. It was just so much fun. And also the Summer I Turned Pretty is going to be released every week until basically the end of summer. So you have all summer to throw a party, and even better if you want to throw it for the finale, because I feel like that's just going to be the best episode. So I'm even rethinking throwing another party because I think it would be so much fun to do this again. This is your sign not to make excuses if you want to have a fun little gathering with your friends or with even just yourself, because it is so much fun and we just had the best, most wholesome time. And I am so excited for the Summer I Turned Pretty season 3. If you want to follow me on TikTok, I will be hyper fixating on this for the time being. I am so excited. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I had so much fun, and make sure you're subscribed to follow along for more.